Welcome to the next episode of vSphere Breakroom Chats. I'm Shobhit Bhutani, Product Marketing Manager at VMware, responsible for vSphere, AI/ML, and DPUs. In this series, we bring VMware and partner experts to discuss about VMware's vSphere and associated cloud products. These fabulous leaders will share their backgrounds, industry trends, general tips for the IT audience that's listening in. In today's episode, I'm thrilled to talk to Rashmi Hegde. She's the product manager at VMware. She's a young and rising star at VMware. She's an expert on building SaaS solutions for both cloud as well as on-premises. I'm really excited to talk to Rashmi. She's one of the first PMs I've interviewed. So we're going to talk about VMware's Cloud Console. It's a central tool inside vSphere Plus, our very recent and our most signature offering for vSphere, our subscription-based offering, vSphere Plus. Welcome, Rashmi.
Thanks a lot, Shobhit. So glad to be here.
Fantastic. So really excited, Rashmi, to talk to you today. Can you share a little bit about your background, what you're doing at VMware, and most importantly, what's your favorite beverage? Mine is coffee.
Absolutely. I've got a cup of coffee here as well. So I have been, with VMware for about 2 years. I've been a product manager within the vSphere team. Have pretty much been working on building unified services for both our cloud and on-premises customers. And have focused a little bit on the data layer as well, from an analytics and a customer solutioning point of view for vSphere. Right. Prior to this, I was at a financial firm working, on setting up platform as a service for our internal infrastructure. So that's about me.
Fantastic. So let's kick this off, right? Why cloud connectivity is so important these days? When we talk to customers a lot, we hear about the hybrid model, different marketing surveys, etc. Go from anywhere from 75 to 85%, depending on size of enterprise, etc. Why, where customers are trying to do this hybrid cloud model, so to speak. Which is really the key reason for why we launched vSphere Plus as well. One obviously is a subscription offering. The other piece is it's a cloud connected model of vSphere, right? Wanted to hear from you, Rashmi, because you're frequently talking to customers. What's the feedback for vSphere Plus? Why is it so interesting to customers?
Sure. So you're totally right. Hybrid cloud, hybrid model is the norm right now. And customers really want to benefit from both the cloud and on-premises. And if we look at data, we've got customers saying that, their cloud usage will double in just a couple of years, while at the same time, their on-premises usage will increase as well. Taking a step back, there are primarily a couple of reasons for this, right? To begin with, why do customers want to use, on-premises? Mostly the reason centers around data, making sure they have, their data private, secure, adhering to their government or organizational standards. While at the same time, because of data gravity, their apps also center around this data to make sure their latency is low, their performance is high. And that's primarily the reason why, customers have their, on-premises environment set up. While at the same time, customers are looking at cloud because it's so much easier to set up. It helps with scaling, it helps with maintenance, it, makes things a lot more reliable. It's also easy for, our customers to have their developers, develop apps much faster, much easier, right? And that's where cloud essentially comes in. Now, when customers want to leverage both, the most primitive form of having a hybrid model is to have some applications, more important applications on premises, and move some more, modern workloads into cloud. And that includes, lift and shift, re-architecturing their applications to migrate to cloud. This is, of course, time consuming. This is also complex, but we have also heard from customers that from a cost perspective, it's much harder to predict cost on cloud. And due to this, we have had customers who have moved to cloud, who have realized that this isn't cost effective for their use case. And then, they have reverse migrated back on premises. And this is essentially where vSphere Plus comes in, because we want to provide such a, cloud beneficial model, the ability to use cloud services to our on-premises customers. We give them the ability to have a single pane of glass. We give them the opportunity to manage their entire on-prem infrastructure through a single management plane, while using a couple of integrated SaaS solutions as well through vSphere Plus, while continuing to keep their data completely on-premises.
Fantastic. So it makes a lot of sense, right? Like latency issues, compliance issues, the privacy issues, etc. They want to keep stuff on premises and then be able to pull services in the cloud so they get scalability and all the other benefits. Makes a lot of sense. So we talked a little bit about the cloud connected model and why it's getting so vSphere Plus is so interesting there. Can you think about workloads, use cases, etc., where this model fits really well?
Definitely. So I want to highlight three main use cases today where customers are primarily, loving to use vSphere Plus. As it's already live, we've got quite a few customers online and we've got quite a bit of feedback from them as well. So first of all is the hybrid model that we already spoke about. Customers that have on premises and that have got, let's say, cloud solutions, VMC on AWS or any other, VMware cloud solutions, can continue to stay and manage their on-premises environment while also, expand on demand to, VMware Cloud on AWS or any other cloud solutions within VMware through a single management plane. Right. So that's number one. And number two is that for our on-premises customers who have got very big infrastructure, who have got, very complex environment with multiple vCenters across geographies, we provide a single pane of glass, which not only is available for monitoring, but can also be available for management. They can take actions on this environment through, we've got solutions like capacity management powered by vRealize operations. We've got workload protection turned on by VMware Cloud Disaster Recovery. And we've got assisted lifecycle management for vCenters, which essentially means that customers don't have to worry about LCM anymore, right? So VMware helps with that. So that's number two. And finally, for customers looking at, improving developer agility for their own, developers, they have the ability to use our Tanzu solutions and our ARIA automation solutions, which are bundled or, integrated together into vSphere Plus. So developers can just go ahead, VI admins can turn this on for their developers. Developers can, self-service and stand up an entire Kubernetes, containerization environment within, their vSphere. So that's essentially some of the use cases that we are looking at with vSphere Plus.
Outstanding, right? So pretty good in-depth explanation there. Now, let's laser focus on what we're here to talk about, right? We talked about vSphere Plus, what it solves, the challenges, use cases, etc. Cloud Console inside vSphere Plus. Why is it so important? And I think you've got a demo in mind here as well that you wanted to show. Can you look at that as well while we're talking?
Absolutely. So to begin with, vSphere Plus Cloud Console has got a bunch of SaaS solutions that customers can just start using out of the box the minute they connect to vSphere Plus, right? Now, we have also constantly got feedback from customers that, hey, with all the VMware solutions that you have, we've got so many portals, so many, disconnected pieces that are great to use separately, but I want to have a single workflow for all of these, right? And we kept that feedback in mind and we built a solution to make sure that we are not building new things, but we are utilizing the same solutions that customers already love and bringing them into the same picture, right? So that's what I want to talk about as part of this demo as well. Let me start sharing my screen.
Great.
All right. So before I go into what solutions we have, here is what your infrastructure will look like with vSphere Plus. And that's what I was talking about when I said that your workloads will continue to remain on-prem. All you'll do is connect through a proxy called the vCenter Cloud Gateway to cloud. So even the cloud gateway will continue to remain on premises, and you'll just have to open an outbound connection into VMware Cloud to start using these SaaS services. Now, moving into the SaaS services, first of all, the first step in getting started with this is handing in your license keys and, essentially moving to a subscription-based usage or a keyless entitlement, which is available as part of vSphere Plus, where you don't have to, continue to manage a bunch of license keys, but just one subscription, right? And the minute you enable this for your vCenters, you get an out-of-box single pane of glass where you can look at all your vCenters and their summary from one single place. And you can see, what their current status looks like, how, if it's connected, if it's working well. And then you'll also be able to look at the current events or the current issues coming out of those vCenters, right? You'll be able to see, you don't have to spend a lot of time trying to troubleshoot where exactly the issue is. Should an alarm sound, you can directly go ahead and solve the issue, because from a single picture, you can see which exactly are the top vCenters that probably have an issue, right? Which exactly are the top issues that you want to handle. And you can just go ahead and directly figure out what is the problem that you want to address at this point as an admin, right? And that will end up saving a lot of time on, an admin's day-to-day, monitoring and troubleshooting activities, right? And we also have a desired state configuration service where customers can create a template of the kind of infrastructure they want to have, the kind of settings that they want to have within this infrastructure. And they will get to, then compare it with different vCenters, do a compliance check, and figure out which vCenters have drifted and which vCenters are essentially, within their purview, right? And then they can go ahead and, figure out which vCenters that they want to fix and bring into the exact same compliance. And you also have the ability to, create VMs from one single place. You get to, bring it across your infrastructure and create VMs from one single workflow anywhere within your infrastructure. And you have, like I said, the ability to go ahead and, enable, services for your developers through ARIA automation, through Tanzu services. And it's all essentially part of vSphere Plus. And I would love for you all to, because I know that I breezed through this demo, I would love for you all to go ahead and try a free trial, that's already available for vSphere Plus, and try it firsthand and, share us your feedback.
Great. And then in the blog that's going to come out with this, the vlog, I'll make sure to include that link, right, for the audience. Fantastic. Wonderful. That brings us to the end of this vlog. Thank you so very much. First of all, Rashmi, it's really great talking to you.
Thanks a lot, Shobhit. Had a great time.
Fantastic. So love the conversation. Always fun talking to young leaders. And Rashmi is a great and rising new star in VMware. So we're really excited to have her. With this, we come to the end of this episode. If you like this one, join the next one. This is your host, Shobhit Bhutani, signing off. Have a fabulous day, evening, night, and week. Bye-bye till next time.